Good morning from Fiorano and welcome to Scuderia Ferrari Racing News number 6. We are now just before the last testing session before the season in Barcelona. But let's go and hear from the protagonists, Felipe Massa and Fernando Alonso.
The goal is to, first of all, to finish, all these weeks of testing. Finish the test means prepare the car in the best way we can, to check every single piece on the car, on the reliability, even on the performance, which is very important for us now in the last test, to try to understand the good performance from the new tires, the good performance from the old tires, the good performance from the race simulation. So I think that's really, really important to finish all this testing we had, and be sure that we prepare the car in the best way we could for the first race, because we know how 1 point is important for the championship. And many people think first race is not, it's just the beginning, it's not so important, but it is very important, because that if you lose points at the beginning, it can be very, very a problem at the end of the championship. So that's why we're working very, very hard to prepare the car, to prepare all the new pieces for the first race, and to be sure that we're gonna have a competitive car and a reliable car to start the season. The evaluation is very different than last year in the way that the idea of Formula 1 is to change a bit the strategies, to change a bit the race situation, because we had a very hard tires last year, tires which even some races we did, like we saw cars doing the whole race with one set of soft tires, and this year with these tires is completely the opposite. So the degradation of the tires is much higher. The tires is softer compared to what we had in the past, and the strategies in the race will be much different. So we're gonna have maybe minimum 2 stops, and in last year we had maybe 1 stop, I would say 99% of the races. So this year will be completely opposite. It will be between 2, 3, maybe even 4 stops. So it will be very, very different for the drivers, for the degradation of the tires, for the way of driving the cars, but also for the people outside to watch different races. I miss because first of all, I like the track. I won 2 times in Bahrain, and for sure, when you build the car to be the best in every track. I have all the different layouts, but most of the races in Bahrain, Ferrari was always strong. I think Ferrari won many races in Bahrain, and we missed a little bit to go there in the track like that. And also, it's a nice place. I like Bahrain, and I like to be there. And for what's going on, for what's happening in the moment, it's not the right time to go there to do a Formula 1 race. So, but anyway, I really hope everything goes back to normal for all these people in Bahrain, for all these countries which is having similar problems. So I hope everything become normal and we go back with a lot of happiness to make these people enjoy Formula 1. Robert is a great driver, and for sure it's important that he's back here, write message and follow everything which he's doing, and really I really deserve the best for him, because I had a similar problem. I stayed many months at home watching the races at home, and I really deserve the best for him, to go back and to make everything, which is damaging his body to be perfect, and for him to be very 100% healthy, and work, very hard to come back here, because Formula 1 is missing him a lot. But now the most important thing is that he's 100% okay, and he start to work in a very hard way to come back here.
I think the goal for this last test is to to try to test the latest aero package that we bring in Barcelona, and then there is always a few things that remain to test in the mechanical side, suspension, tires that we keep learning every day. So there's still many things to do before Australia, and hopefully these days will be very productive. Yeah, I miss racing in Bahrain. Of course, I think for us we were ready to race in the middle of March, where we are now, and obviously we were ready for that. I think also Bahrain deserves the race because the people there, they love motor racing, they love Formula One, so we will be very happy if we come back there because I think the people deserve a good show from us as well. But now we are ready in Australia, so we need to keep concentration these extra 15 days and arrive in Australia full of determination. Testing point of view, I prefer 2 days in dry conditions because there is always more possibilities to learn about things and to test more properly the car. It's true also that we run very little on wet, so if finally it's rainy on Saturday, in the final day, we will take obviously that opportunity to really do a good test in the wet tires for the Pirelli guys. I think no one can say now that someone is more favorite or less favorite. I think we are all in a similar position. We didn't saw the full potential of anybody at the moment. Everything is still to come for Melbourne. So at the moment we remain very calm, very respectful for all the other teams. We know that we have to be strong. We must be in the list of the favorites because we are Ferrari, but we respect everybody and we will try to do our best, and hopefully that will make a good form from us, and for the other teams after 3 or 4 races we will see very clear the picture.
One of the most thrilling issues of the 2011 season is the return of the KERS. Back in 2009, the kinetic energy recovery system was already used by some teams, including Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro. Let's go and see what changed from 2009 with Marco Galli, KERS track coordinator.
KERS is an acronym also used for kinetic energy recovery system. Then this is a system that is able to recover energy during some phases of the usage and to release energy in other phases of the usage of the car. Mainly basically how the system is done is that it is based on an electric motor connected to the normal engine. This electric motor is able to recharge a battery during the braking phase mainly, and to release energy during the phase where the driver is full throttle and when the driver is on the straight. The actual rules are limiting the usage of KERS. That means that apart from the recovery and the release is ruled as we have said before, there is also limitation in terms of power and in terms of energy that we can release. Then the system is limited to 60 kilowatt in terms of power, and we can release only for a defined time, then is more or less usable for 6.5 seconds per lap. The driver then can use this system mainly to overtake the other cars, or also anyway use the system also during a normal lap, because with the usage of the system he has advantages in terms of lap time. The KERS has changed also something about the life on the box, because this is a system that is based on the high voltage battery. Then we have to take care on the usage of these devices, because obviously there is one possibility of damage higher compared to the past. But normally the system is designed to, obviously, to have no possibility to lose power or any way to have problems. But anyway, the people, we have procedures to avoid and to minimize the risks. Then you can see, for example, mechanics using sometimes particular kind of gloves or shoes that are designed to avoid the high voltage injuries. And also during the normal job, we have particular procedures to avoid or to minimize that and to work normally, as also with the system mounted in the car.
Since ever considered some kind of fascinating and mysterious object, the steering wheel is perhaps the most interesting car component for Formula One fans. This year, there has been a lot of talking about the driver switching buttons while driving and the safety connected to this. But let's hear how the 150 Italia steering wheel is done from Andrea Beneventi, Head of Electronics, Applications and Development.
This is the 2011 steering wheel. Let's go to the buttons and functionalities. For the gearbox, the driver can change gear by means of two levers on the back of the steering wheel, one to go up and one to go down in the gear number. When he's in first gear, the driver presses the neutral button to go into neutral and just before stopping the car. The other buttons are the radio button to communicate with the box. He presses the button, a light is coming on beside the button, and this means he's in communication with the box. Then we have a drink button to, when he's thirsty, he can drink from the drink bottle that is on the car. There's another button that is used for the engine. And on the other side, there is the pit limiter, which is the button that enables the pit limiter before coming into the pit lane to have a constant speed. The overhead button increases a little bit the rev of the engine to have a little bit more speed. These two buttons are related to the central rotary switches. That is like a normal mobile telephone menu. And with this you can select different functionalities, and then with these two buttons you choose the value of the parameter you wanna change. And then with the OK button you say OK, and then you have the parameter used by the system. These three switches are used for different situations during a race weekend. Rotary switches, we have one switch that controls the differential, and the driver can lock or release the differential in a particular place of the turn. Then you have two rotary switches that are used for the engine, one for the carburation and one for the rev limiter. Then you have another switch, rotary switch, that is used for the by means of which the driver can select the torque map to use. There are two rotary switches that are used for a new functionality we have on the car in 2011. The KERS, the Kinetic Energy Recovery System, which is back from 2009. These two switches are used to set the power release and the amount of charge you want to put into the system. Basically, the KERS system is an electric motor with a battery, and by means of those two, you select how to manage the battery. Then, to release the power of this system of the KERS, the driver uses a button that is on the other side of the grip, this one, and by means of which it can release the power of the KERS. Another functionality is new in 2011. The rear flap can be put in two different positions, so it's adjustable in the angle, in order to reduce the drag and to allow an easier overtake. To change the flap angle, the driver uses a button which is on the back of the steering wheel, and by means of this the flap can be adjusted. On the back of the steering wheel, just at the end, there are two levers that are used for the clutch. The driver can use one or the other. They move the clutch in the same way, and by means these clutch levers are used by the driver when leaving the garage or during a start.
And with this, the program has come to an end. Stay tuned for the next Scuderia Ferrari racing news. Ciao!